Good morning. It is Thursday, June the 4th, and I'm just about ready to drop my tent. I've loaded up the panniers on the motorcycle and had a great night's sleep last night. I know this video is not showing, the horizon is just too bright. It's washed out, unfortunately, but the mountains are beautiful. That's right where the sun's coming up. I wanted to get up and get going before the heat, because it's going to come. I'm guaranteeing that. Yesterday was 98, and today I'm expecting it to be about the same. And I just wanted to comment though on how much I enjoyed this campsite last night. It doesn't look like much, maybe on camera here, but it's just dry and beautiful desert. But back behind me, because of this little stream back here, I feel like I'm in a little oasis. And now there may be a lot of these around here, I don't know, but I'm guessing probably not. And I noticed it coming in too, riding down from Moab, and those few little state roads or U.S. roads that I jumped on. Most of it was interstate, but even then you can see the landscape, you can see it change. And the one thing you can tell, anywhere there was water, you can tell anywhere there was a stream or river, you have this ribbon of green. And something, I can only speak for me, it's something I take for granted living in the southeast. Everything's green. And of course it's true, but just to see it, this beautiful green ribbon running through here, and it supports life, and it was supportive of me too. I was able to put my little hammock up and get some rest. I remember it was going to be a rest day yesterday, and I did get good rest. And it was hot, but if I could get down here where the shade was and where it was green, and I could hear, I don't know if you could hear it on the video, but you could hear that little running stream back there. It's just life. Life follows this water here. And, even if you look around, you can see, obviously the wildlife, the deer, whatever, come to find water here. You can see their prints everywhere. So, it's no, one of the things that strikes me about it is, it's no wonder the Bible uses water so prominently as an imagery, because it is such supportive of life. And let's not take that for granted, right? We need the water, and of course we need Christ. He calls himself, he is the water of life, right? So when you see it in this kind of setting, that imagery really takes on a whole new meaning. At least it has for me. So that's what I'm going to do today as I start my morning. Like I said, I wanted to get up earlier than the sun, and but I don't want to start my day, but just asking the Lord to, just to be my source of life, be my source of water. I need that. And he's kept me in this journey so far, and I know he's going to continue. And anyway, those are my thoughts this morning as I'm listening to this beautiful little stream back here. And got a busy day ahead of me. I'm going to tour through Zion National Park, and I knew I'd forget. There's a national forest just to the northeast of Zion, and of course, as soon as I roll the video, I forget the name of it. But you can look on your map and see what it is. But I can't wait. I'm gonna ride all through there. It was not one I expected. I may have noticed it, months ago when I was looking at this, but last night I was looking at my maps again and thought, boy, there's a lot of roads through that national forest, and I bet it's beautiful. So I'm gonna ride through that as well. I think that's going to be the plan. I don't know how much of Zion is going to be accessible, but I'm here. I wanted to come, and I can certainly, even if I just ride through it, I'll feel like that was a victory, a win. I can't do much hiking anyway, for the reasons I've already stated in other videos. Although if I could, if a ranger station would be open, I could park there and leave my gear, at least where I know somebody knows it's there, and I could maybe hike in. What I would really like to do is maybe maybe I can do this when I get to my brother's house. But I'd like to do an in and out, overnight hike. Um, that would sure be fun. It'd be nice to get my legs working a little bit. But there's going to be plenty of time for that. I mean, I'm still so early on in this process. I mean, this is going to be a whole summer deal for me. I'm only 2 weeks in, so plenty of time for all that. And I may want to wait till it's a bit cooler anyway. It is pretty hot around here, and I got to conserve my energy. And I say that because I need to be sharp on the motorcycle. Um, if you're fatigued, that's not safe. So I want to keep fresh. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to get good rest and keep my body from being too worn out, so I can be sharp on the motorcycle and be at my best. Because that is, that's as comfortable as I feel on the motorcycle. There's people all around you, so you got to always be vigilant. And so, pardon me as I drift off topic a bit, but anyway, that is going to be my plan today. And it looks like I've got a couple of decisions to make. I need to decide. I know my next goal here is to get to Reno. That's where my brother lives. I feel like I need to get the motorcycle looked at. Um, I just don't want to push my luck with it. It's been running great, but it did something it's never done yesterday. I pulled in. I rolled up to a stoplight to turn into a gas station. I needed fuel, and when I rolled up and it came to a stop, it stalled and fired right back up. But it's never done that before, and no warning lights, nothing. It just, when I rolled up, it just died. And then the same thing when I started up and I turned into the gas station, I pulled up to the pump, and again it just stalled. So I don't like that. It makes me nervous. What caused it to do that? I am not a mechanic by any means, and so I'm starting to think that let's not push our luck. I need to get, if I can get to my brother's house, there I can get it to, I can take advantage of his mechanic, and surely he'll know a good BMW mechanic there, and just get the motorcycle looked at. I want to get the oil changed, and just it deserves some babying. It's gotten a lot of miles in a few short days, and so I think that would be the safe course. Don't want to be stuck out here with mechanical issues. So the decision is how to get there. There's a couple of different routes. So anyway, that's a decision I'm going to make today. What I'm going to do here is, as soon as I'm done talking to you, I'm going to drop the tent and pack it up, and I'm going to go into town, and I'm going to find a little place, hopefully probably a little coffee shop, someplace that'll be open this early, that's got Wi-Fi. And I don't have any signal out here, so it's hard to get on Google Maps and take care of all that stuff. In another video, I'll show you what I'm using, my resources that I'm using to find these little campsites and get around. It's really pretty simple. I'm not a complicated guy, but I'll show you what I'm using for that. But anyway, for now, I want to get to a place that's got Wi-Fi and send a couple of messages to my wife, and get a route for, once I'm done here today. What I'm hoping I can do is find a good campsite in the park, if they're open. I don't know, but it'd be nice if I could find one that's got a little more shade than this one. I'd like to stay another night. This place, as nice as it is, it only cools down and has shade starting around 6 or 7 in the evening. Otherwise, it's going to be full sun all day, and so I can't stay here. It's just going to be too hot. It was okay for last night because I got here and it was already starting to shade up a little bit, but it didn't start to cool down until, like I said, 6 or 7, and then it got pleasant. I mean, it was actually cold. I had to use my down sleeping bag last night. In fact, it's chilly right now until that sun peaks up. But I mean, and once that sun comes up, it's all gone. So if I can find a good campsite that's open, even if I have to pay for it, I don't mind. But as long as it's got a little bit more shade, I stay another night and enjoy this place. If not, if I can't find another campsite more shady, I'm going to head on and start heading toward California, or excuse me, toward Reno, which is right on the border of California, and head to my brother's. So that's what I'm going to look at this morning, figure out where I'm going. So anyway, meanwhile, today I'm going to get to roll through Zion National Park. I will video a couple of things from there, I'm sure. But until then, thanks for joining.